They're very difficult, they're expensive to get experts, to get reports, to really dig into a medical malpractice case is going to take a lot of money and a lot of resources. We get a lot of questions about medical malpractice and what does it take to have a med mal case? And it's a difficult answer. Personally, I don't like suing doctors. I mean, I don't want to be the guy, the lawyer who shows up at the hospital bleeding and somebody's mad at me because I sued him. So, but jokes aside, again, it's a very, very specialized area of law. And the lawyers who do it generally tend to do that and only that. Like one of my friends who does it, he's got an actual doctor on staff to be able to review medical records and really get in there, because you really have to understand medicine and the process and procedures involved in being a doctor. So it's a very, very difficult area. Also, the attorney's fees in all medical malpractice cases are limited by a thing called MICRA, which happened decades ago, called the Medical Insurance Crisis Reform Act. And what it did was it limited attorney's fees. And by doing that, it disincentivized attorneys taking on these cases. And they're very difficult, they're expensive to get experts, to get reports, to really dig into a medical malpractice case is going to take a lot of money and a lot of resources. And that's why there are very few attorneys that do them, and they are very, very selective about the cases that they accept. Hospitals and doctors have all become very, very conservative, with waivers and, consent and all these things that you sign on the way into a surgery or any medical procedure for that matter, and try to limit their exposure and liability. The kinds of things that I've seen for medical malpractice that have been successful are just egregious things, leaving the syringe in somebody's incision, cutting off the wrong appendage, like the right instead of the left, things like that. It really has to be pretty shocking, and the damages have to be substantial. I mean, it ruins somebody's future earning, capacity for 20 years, things like that are going to add up to significant numbers. And again, they're extremely complex cases, and things like the Kaiser system is different than your regular PPO kind of systems. Again, I'm not a medical malpractice lawyer, and I don't ever want to be one. But if that's the kind of problem that you have, you really want to find a specialist that does only medical malpractice. And there's not that many of them in the state of California. Sometimes people confuse medical malpractice with a mass tort. What the mass tort cases are on medical devices against the manufacturer, either for the design defect, a failure to label and warn people of what the risks were and those kinds of things. But that's actually more of a product liability case as opposed to a medical malpractice case. I'll take a device case all day long over medical malpractice. And usually there's a lot of claims for the exact same kind of problem that affected, any number of people. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And while you're down there, please like and subscribe. Thanks again for watching.